What's up, you guys, and welcome to another episode of On the Contrary. I am Mia.
And this is Jorge.
This your boy Shy Sean.
And this is Enchantress.
And welcome to
On the Contrary.
So thank you guys for joining our alter egos.
Yes.
Today.
Yeah. Make sure you guys tune into us wherever you listen to podcasts. We are pretty much on everything, but just go to www.itsonsitetv.com and you can plug us wherever we are. Y'all know how we get this thing started. We get started with a quick fire, baby. What's up? What's up? So, okay. Whether younger or older, what is an acceptable age gap for potential partners?
That's a good question now. That age gap can be very extensive, you know?
It can, especially depending on
We
when
talking
you're
about to be like your woman or some shit. We talking about?
I don't.
It's
It's
just
just
for
potential partner.
That's to me.
I mean,
What do you think,
Well,
Louis?
that,
Depends on how old you are when you meet.
exactly.
too. Because that
Be
same
conscious
age
now.
gap between a 15-year-old and a 20-something 9-year-old is not the same
Definitely
as
we're
the age
talking
gap.
about
We're
other
talking
adults.
about,
we're going
to
grown.
be clear, we're definitely talking about grown shit.
Grown adults.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say, 5 years is okay in my opinion because you're basically thinking the same. You want the same things because there's a huge generational gap right now. Like these kids today, 21-year-olds and up,
Crazy.
they different. They different. Expectations for us, at least for me, growing up, it was like, what do you want to do? What school you going to? Are you taking any of these city exams and all this? And you see these 25-year-olds now, they're like, yeah, I'm opening this. I got this business here. I'm doing this business there. So it all depends on maturity. That factors into me. Like how mature are you versus the person you're trying
What's
to deal
like
with.
a
as far
base
as the-
number, though? Like acceptable age gap between... And does it matter gender-wise? That's another curiosity. Like if the guy is older by a certain amount or the woman is older by a certain amount.
But you know how it was back in the day. They always said, I never
What
got
you
the
know?
girls because the
about
older
now.
dude.
Right now, yeah.
But you know what I mean.
They was taking full advantage of that, boy.
Women always dealt with guys a little older.
Yeah, they like
so I would say 5 years.
5
From
years.
from the man in separation to the woman. So a 41-year-old, 35, 36. That's dope.
Safe. What do you think,
For
Very
me,
safe.
I'm gonna go. If I'm just have a good time, it's gonna be nice.
Sean?
Shashon.
Okay.
Come on, brother.
Put the guard away. Put the guard back in the chamber.
All right, for sure. If it's real life, we talking about dating and everything like that, like really trying to get to know somebody. I would say it has to be a gap between 7 years. That's the reasonable gap. But we talking about I'm going 19 and up. I don't care. Because I had a 19 that goddamn, she was standing up on that mom. I said, damn, how the fuck?
Sean, we don't want to get suspended.
Okay, my bad.
Off the airwaves.
We
I
talking
think.
about.
Is that a minor?
No, 19 is
hell
legal.
no.
Oh, okay.
As long as it's over
That's
18
life.
years.
What?
We don't want to get suspended.
No. That's a good
Because
one.
we have definitely had to make sure with
Yeah,
this
no,
one.
we know
They're not
that.
allowed to make their own decisions.
She said, damn, is that a hell no.
I mean, for me, I've dated a guy twice my age before, but
See what I'm saying?
I think
Of course,
that
women always.
I was a lot younger, yeah, because we mature differently too. Like I've always been much beyond my age, but
Physically.
I think in general, like for me, I tend to look for a guy at least like somewhere near 10 years older than me. I don't really, if they're closer to my age, I'm less attracted to them actually.
What's the reason behind the age?
Yeah, what's that?
Because most guys in my age bracket are not at my level of maturity. So I got to reach higher to get someone who is where I am and a man most of the time.
Mature in like what levels?
And
like
I'm
what
not
mean?
speaking about, he got a house or a car. That's not maturity. What you've obtained is possessions. You can make money. It don't mean you got a mental that's mature. You have to. I have to be able to have conversations without you without having to break it down Bernie style. Right? And that means that I need you to, that means you have to have an understanding of certain things in life. If I'm looking at you as a real potential partner, if we just around, that's a different conversation. Right? It's a different conversation. I think that the parameters can go either way because, somebody in his late 20s could give that work if I just wanted to get somebody to get up in there.
Right.
But that's not what I'm talking about. If it's a partner, it's about 10 years. But I've went as high as 20 older than me. Just about.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that they like mature, older. I don't really know what they mean by that. Because like, yeah, they say that. I don't. In what aspects? Because the guys.
Well, let's look at you, for example.
Okay, look at me.
You spoke about how you entered your 40s,
Right.
and now you in a different space. Now you think about different things. You want different things than you may have wanted 10 years ago.
Yeah, but
so why would I want to
that
have
was
met
the
the 10-year
woman.
old?
No, that was the one. I was still understood everything when I was 21. It wasn't worthy of me to settle down.
But your mentality towards being a settled down partner was not the same as
Nah,
it
was
today.
the woman. Like they wasn't. I had to find the right woman that fit my perimeters. I understood it
I don't
all
think
the
it was
same
just
thing.
that. Because
It
I
was
remember
that.
your conversation about it, and you were speaking specifically on this, and you were talking about how you was having your fun a little bit more and running around, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
So you think an older guy not doing that either?
I'm not saying that you're not, but I'm saying that some
Not
men,
me. I'm talking about in general. Like
Yeah, but
an
I'm
older
s-
guy, he's still out here going crazy just
they
because
might be, but there's a level of life experience and clarity that they may possess that someone a little bit younger who hasn't
that's
had
the
those things
I'm
with.
just gonna tell you the
and
real.
we're not speaking about guys like you. We're speaking
Right.
in general
So what-
aspects.
See, what I'm saying is
most
women
likely.
that say that, see, that's what I'm saying. Y'all just falling for more of the booby trap because them older guys are just playing. They being more sneaky. They dressing nicer, taking all the jewelry to put the little.
necessarily.
I'm telling you, them dudes are still out here just like the young guys are. They just know how to hide
I'm
it
not
better.
just talking about in a matter of fidelity. I'm speaking about life experience. That doesn't just talk about sex. So if I'm looking
everything.
at you as a potential partner, where you're positioned potentially for the average guy at 20 is not where you're
They're the
positioned
same
at
guy.
40.
They just know how to trick you a little better. Them dudes
you
ain't
keep saying
settling down.
trick. You keep saying trick, though.
Yeah.
But what I'm speaking about is I want to be able to hold a conversation with you. And there's certain things at the age of 20 that more likely you cannot understand or relate to and experience for the average guy.
I mean, of course, the
that an
21.
older
We talking
guy
about we
can.
going 25 to 30. Them
Even
guys still
25,
got the same
that's fresh.
conversations.
You graduated college 2 years ago.
You
3 years
did
ago.
too. Like, what is a woman talking that's way more sophisticated than a guy that's 25 and she's 25? There's no
I'm not
difference.
saying
about to ask
you're not. That's not the parallel of what I'm talking about.
Okay, what's
what
the
I'm
parallel?
saying is, I think the acceptable. We're talking about acceptable age gap. That's
Right.
right. Then I spoke about my experience. I
Right.
personally prefer a guy older than me because I was not the average girl at 25, and I was not doing average things at 25. I was
Right.
already a business owner at 25.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, my personal preference is that I date a guy who might have a little bit more miles on him
Right.
than a younger guy who may not have had certain experiences. I'm a mature woman. By 25 years old, I was already a mother. I don't have time for certain right? So my experience, but I'm saying in general, I think 10 years is an acceptable gap. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. I was just trying to understand when women say that. I'm like, it's not much more maturity from a woman
Well,
and
actually,
a man at those
there's
ages.
science behind it.
It is?
But yeah.
What is it?
But there's different, but in different ways, right? Because women, as far as focus, and again, Jay, I know it's hard for you to comprehend.
I'm
because
listening.
But for a lot of guys, right, a woman at a certain age, she's thinking about certain things, her career, da-da-da. Young guys get into college, they're like, we about to turn the fuck up, da-da-da-da. A young girl might still be getting a little loosey, but she's a little bit more focused. It's just the reality. And there's stats
They're going
around it.
crazy. Women, them girls in college are animals.
They might be having sex and all that,
everything.
but that don't mean that they still ain't setting their future up.
A guy is too.
They having fun along the way. No, a lot of these guys don't start getting serious until their late 20s.
That's serious because they want to be. It's not like
But we're
it's
talking
not that they
about
don't know.
the average guy is what I'm
Right.
saying. So whether it's they are not making so you're right. Let me say you're right about this. It's because they want to be. But what I'm
course.
saying is most of these guys are not actively making that choice until a little bit later.
Because it's different too. So what you gotta understand is a woman really has to because their clock runs out faster. We could be the
So
same
you're
all
just
the way
really
older.
proving my point.
No, I'm not.
Right?
Because
I'm
what
thinking
saying
about
is,
things that you're not thinking about because I
we
am
know
on
it though. We
a
still can
different
have the
scale.
conversation. We know what's going on. We just
But
don't want to
you
give
choose
it.
not to. So why would I go with the guy who's choosing not to?
Because this is the same guy. He just giving it to you, but it
I'd
don't mean
rather
he's that
wait until
serious.
he's ready to have the conversation than to be sitting here trying to
But
get
you
him to
can
want to
have
have
the
a conversation.
but
you
it's
don't
not
want to.
maturity. It's just me delivering it to you.
But for some of these guys, it is maturity. Organic. It might not be for you, but for
Yeah.
some of them, it is maturity.
I just don't see
Sometimes
it.
it takes for them to get smacked by certain experiences
Right.
for them to realize they're doing. We see a lot of guys do dumb shit when they're young, end up in up scenarios.
Women do
prison,
too.
jail.
They having these
Hold on.
kids and doing all
Hold
that.
on. Prison, jail, things that literally take years off life because
Right.
you sitting back in a cell. A woman, even if she out there being promiscuous and have a child, she's still out there and can do things. A guy who puts himself in prison is a different. He might come home with a different perspective, for
Right.
example, right? What I'm saying is, and also the types of things that we get into are different types of risk, right?
Correct.
So a younger guy selling drugs is not the same as a young girl around. You
Right?
gotta be, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying,
She's
I
selling.
don't. is she selling pussy? But let me tell you, the likelihood of her getting 20 years for selling pussy
Ain't gonna be that many
versus
years,
him
yeah.
for being El Chapo, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that
They're smarting up now. They do
get a little
scams
better.
now.
They
don't
get a
do-
little
there's
better.
too many drugs being sold. They
but
do-
it's I just like that
But I
maturity.
get it. I always heard that. I just want to hear that perspective of
No,
because
I
women
appreciate
I'm
that.
like,
Yeah.
mature at what level?
I don't think there's ever going to be a solid answer to that because I never understood it either. Like, how do you know that your maturity and his maturity level up? Because when we was talking to the OGs, they was telling us how to do
do
what
the
it is
shit that
that they was doing
Yeah, 'cause
to
we-
get the younger joint. So
Facts.
it never
was a
added up
game.
to me.
Like, they were just
So
playing.
your personal preference, I totally respect
Mm-hmm.
it, but it doesn't change the dynamic of how you feel about an older person because it's just the older person doing the same. He's just better.
Not
at it.
necessarily.
Better.
So,
That's what
so
I
I
think,
think
too.
I think the thing is this also
Or depending on the type of
where
man
your
you
priorities are
attract
at
or you
different
meeting.
phases of your life is not always the same. What I was thinking about in my 20s is not what I'm thinking about in my 30s or what you think about in your 40s. The whole goal is progression. So I prefer a man at that stage because most men at 40 in a lot of communities, even if you look at Islamic culture, for example, they're considered to be a sheikh, a wise one in their community once they've reached that age or that point in
So
life.
at what
So what I'm
age-
saying is-
women.
At what age do women think that all men cheat? Because if
I
all
don't
men
think all
cheat,
men cheat, so
okay,
you
I'm
can't
just
ask me
asking.
that question.
Okay, you don't think all men
right.
cheat?
I'm not one of those women. You can ask Rod that question, but I don't have that belief.
Okay, that's a good point.
What's your age gap, bro?
I think all men cheat.
Oh, no, you know that.
So it don't matter.
Yeah.
It don't fucking matter.
age gap,
It's anything less is just
Anytime-
foolishness. It's stupidity.
It just doesn't matter?
It just doesn't matter. Like of course, at some point, a guy might slow
slow down.
Slow down the
and
cheating?
but if you look at a man that's, let's say he's 54, I'm just gonna say, and he's a homebody and he goes to work or he's retired and he comes home, if the opportunity presents itself in front of him and he can do it, he is not going to say, I'm sorry, miss, I can't do this. As much as I would love to, I have a wife that I'm devoted to, I'm not gonna have sex with you. It's gonna be about whether or not he can get away with this without a trace.
Nah, there's some guys that don't cheat though, for
I
sure.
do
it's
think
just
I don't,
not
I don't
true.
believe-
I have-
I think it's people cheat.
I
Right,
just
it's
just
people
think
cheat.
that there's absolutely, hands down, wholeheartedly, like I would bet on my limbs that is anybody who thinks in their mind
Right.
that all men don't cheat, that doesn't mean they do it their entire life. That's the confusion.
Of course.
The confusion happens when people think that somebody is
80
saying
cheating.
you're gonna cheat your whole life
like
from
all the
birth
time.
until that's
but,
just
but you're prone to have done it at some point.
you've
potentially.
done it or you're gonna do it, but you're not. There's not a single breathing man. I don't care
That's
if he's
that's crazy number.
what's the type of Jewish that has the
Orthodox.
Orthodox Jewish
Jew.
man.
They do it too.
He did it. I don't care if he has a penis. I
Right.
don't even care about his sexual preference.
Right.
I don't care if he likes men. I don't care if he's bisexual. If he is a man, men are wired to do this.
That's a harsh
It's
statement.
just levels
Shout out
to
to the
it,
guys that are out
and then
there
there's
faithful. I know you're out there.
habitual ones that just don't stop, and they got a sickness. Like
Right.
it's levels to it. But there is not a man on this planet Earth that's like, I've been faithful to everybody I've ever dealt with my entire life. Like it
No,
just
that's difficult.
He's not
But I
breathing.
think people
I
get
think
married and
both
then they
do
stop.
it. I just think both sides do it. I'm not disagreeing that. I just don't think it's isolated to men. Is what I'm saying.
And I don't think,
That's
like I
my
said,
thing.
I think guys, yeah, if they just freelancing, living life, and just having girlfriend stuff, I think most of them, for my people I know, when they get married and they're committed, I haven't seen the people I know put themselves in predicaments of cheating. I haven't, not the guys I know.
That you know.
And you
know
know,
what I'm
can I
saying?
tell you something
That
about
I
those
know.
guys?
Uh-oh.
As much as you think they would tell you, they ain't no fucking fools. Because a that's really like smart ain't gonna tell no like you that he cheated on his wife, baby. Cause you're a problem. So when his wife come crying on your shoulder,
I don't talk to you
I'm
like-
just trying to
Yeah.
say he don't want you knowing, first of all. And I know for a fact that my husband would not tell somebody that he cheated on me. I know he wouldn't. He's not even convert. He could have homies that he's been friends with since the sandbox. As a grown 50-year-old man, he's not getting on the phone or coming to her like, yeah, yo,
So he
the out of this yesterday. That
Like,
shit little
for himself.
kids.
He ain't getting no thrill of telling his homies. He just doing it for himself and then sitting on another nut. I don't think so. Somebody got to know.
No, the person that got the nut, that's who would know.
Nah, I don't. I can't see it. Because it's not rational.
Because when you get to a certain age,
you don't.
when you get to a certain age, remember, it's different. When you get to a certain age, I know this to be true because even my own self, there was things that 10 years ago, I couldn't wait to tell my girlfriend. It might be something, so let's just say something petty, like, oh, girl, let me tell you. So why this? Like, I don't even feel the need to tell you that because I could really you. I'm just not interested in giving you that type of information. It's not necessary. I'm gonna take it to my grave. I'm good.
I just can't see no guy cheating and not telling nobody.
There's
like,
no
what's
way.
The thrill in that? Because it's a thrill.
I'm telling you.
It's a thrill in
The thrill
saying
is in
something.
having gotten away
Because
with
you know how I know that? You know how I know?
No.
Because there are things that have happened that are way more exciting than cheating. And I'm like, did you tell Munch? And he's like,
Nah.
It's not, I probably no, it's just different. So to go and be like, yeah, let me tell you about this I bust yesterday. It's just not, especially at a, that's why the age thing.
I do find that they'll do that. They'll call their boy and be like, yo, I
You mean if they got caught, you mean?
Not even if they got
remorseful
caught.
for no reason? Like they didn't get caught?
Remorseful for like sometimes people do things
for
and
guilt?
they feel, I think that's
Who
something
are
like
these people that you have met, darling?
a lot of them. And I coach them. I have clients.
They feel guilt that didn't get caught. They just feel bad for what they did.
But so they might not even tell you. Some people sit on the couch and tell their therapist. That's a confidential conversation that can't be let out. So what I'm saying is it doesn't have to even be a friend,
right,
or whatever the case is. Because I have a lot of people who divulge information to me that I cannot share by bound of confidentiality. I can get sued for it.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? I got people who have conversations after NDAs that I know. You know what I mean? So I just think it's universal. But Rod, you ain't even answer the damn question.
Yeah, I know, right?
The age gap.
The age gap
that you
what
think.
does that mean? What do you mean?
Do you think there's an acceptable age gap for potential partners?
Like, what sure do you think? So?
Oh, I don't think it matters. Unless it's a young girl, I'm not comfortable with that.
Right.
The grooming age.
I'm not comfortable with that. But I still, feel like my husband's 10 years older than me, and I could date a dude that's 15 years older than me and be fine with it.
What about lower, like 10 years younger?
I haven't experienced that.
Right.
I haven't experienced it, but I would never say there's no way because you never know. You might come across somebody and they not like nobody else you ever met.
Right.
So it's very possible. I might be like, oh, I wouldn't have anything in common or nothing to talk to about with a man of this age, and he might be well-traveled. He might have been through a lot of things in his life. He might be educated in a way that I haven't come across, and I might be like, wow, you have some gems. So I wouldn't say a number because you just never know.
Yeah, it's funny that you said that because I even looked at like my younger brother, for example, who's like my child. But at one point I remember all of his friends came by. I remember they all came over to my house to eat. And I was looking out there and I was like, damn, all these boys they're young, they're 22 years old, they getting education, they all drive their own cars, they all got jobs. Like I was looking, I was like, damn, it's a solid little bunch of young, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I definitely agree with you that some of them have definitely had different experiences and exposure to things that others won't. But I think the standard, this is one of those, remember how we was talking about double standards before? I feel like this is a topic that has one. I do not feel like people treat this the same when it's a woman that's older.
Well, they treating
with a
the
young guy
girls on the
versus woman.
internet.
Yeah.
They going crazy on some of the women that are dating younger
Really
men
young
like
boys. They're starting to finally
Drea. They're
is
giving
a
them a
double
hard
standard to that.
time.
Yeah, because before it used to be like if a guy was dating this young girl, then it's a big
they don't even
deal.
care no more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
they don't
now,
like it. They don't like it.
yeah, but now I'm actually really happy to see the same accountability going both
Yeah,
ways.
I think it's
because I
cool.
feel
Who
like
gives a
but
I think they're more so the people that have an opinion about them dating are more people that are jealous
Yeah,
because they
that's
feel
weird.
like, damn, y'all keep bagging these and locking it down. They just kind of mad.
Hey, she back.
I heard
that
people
probably was
saying
his
all
dream
kind of
girl. If I
stuff
say he
too.
probably
Right,
was
for a
dreaming of
long
Drea.
time.
He didn't get her. He bust that load of that motherfucker. Did it
Hey,
right there.
yo. But did you see the latest on ONSITE?
Of course, the other girl too. Load everybody up. Living life. Shout to him. He living life. Load them motherfuckers up, champ. Shit, he
Load
got
everybody up.
And that just goes to show that you could be a Drea
Facts.
and it can happen to you.
For sure. But they'll be
Or
trying to
maybe
say
he
shit,
got
but Drea-
Drea'd.
Yeah.
City girls. Always a possibility for us to flip it.
That's true.
Good point.
That's a good point.
And I
The coin
salute
could have
either way.
definitely
Maybe he got
been flipped.
Drea'd. Maybe he got joyed.
I
Because
salute-
Joy's on to her
Oh,
third
third
baby
one.
mama.
Salute.
Yeah.
Salute him. Like, I don't know what motherfucker
Yeah, even like it's Nick Cannon and what he does, and then there's Joy.
Right.
It
It's
can be
all
done
good.
both ways. What I like is her class and how she keeps her mouth quiet
That's
and
how
just
you do
lives
it.
her life.
She
Do
just
your
do what she
thing.
doing.
You think
Whatever
and
choices.
these guys know who these women are. They know.
absolutely.
They used to
Come
feel
on
that
now.
way about
Absolutely.
what's her
What's the
name,
problem?
Lori Harvey. They used to say that the same thing about her, like seeing
But she
her.
just want popping out kids though. Them kids, we pop out them
was just
humans. That's
dating.
a whole nother level.
She
Yeah,
was
that's
just
different. Yeah.
She just dating,
she's
right?
just dating, but
Yeah.
you know what it is. People still had a perception about it, but she would just. I was saying, well, keeping quiet. That girl just be.
True.
Y'all be on the internet, da da da.
True.
She be trying to fix
That's
her
why
next
she can keep
bachelor.
getting another
Like,
one. That's why she keep getting another one because she
Who
keep
they
it
supposed
quiet.
to
She keep
date
it quiet.
anyway?
She
Like,
don't- yeah.
who they supposed? Their
we
pool is really, really small.
It's
They-
amongst
it's
them.
You know what I'm
small.
saying?
It is small.
Who they supposed to date? Oh yeah, I went from Michael B. Jordan. You know what?
Yeah.
F him. I'm gonna go to
Oh, Joe
Burger King.
down the block.
Do that.
And
Small
Joe
pool
over
of
there with
people.
the tool wrench. That's funny.
So we're gonna jump right into it. A lot of entrepreneurs.
Yep, right there.
Okay.
Topic of the week. Topic of the week. Topic of the
Okay.
week.
So y'all know a lot of entrepreneurs and executives look for support and stability from their partners. If your partner was already successful and asked you to stop working and stay at home while they continued growing professionally, would you be open to being a kept spouse? Why or why not? I want to, if it's okay, I'd like to direct this question to Jarvis first.
Would I be okay being a stay-at-home dad? And my woman got it right. We talking. She got.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep.
She. Yeah. You're damn right. I would. Or I'll be in that motherfucker. Just let me lift weights. You know what I'm saying? And I take care of the crib. I'm in that motherfucker. Feet up. Like homie got shared. I be like, damn man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm in the crib.
Right.
For sure. I'm that type of.
Now, is there a possibility of you cheating, even under those circumstances?
It'd be very, 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 very slim. As long as she treat me right. I know it sound like a woman with it, but I keep it real though. But I will keep it real. But situate me, I'm a by the rules like the woman.
It says no treatment right.
But I ain't
That's
gonna
how
lie.
we be.
If you here to talk to me greasy, take out the trash, but why you got your damn socks? But definitely I would do it. I abide by the rules. I wouldn't
me
cheat.
in the lobby.
I'll be sitting there. I'll be good. You know what I'm saying? As long as she treat me right, make sure I'm happy. I ain't disrespect me and shit. I can't be no house now. Don't do me like that. But if she treat me right, I'm in the crib, feet up.
Right.
And that mother swole up, she'll come home to a machine every night. I'm on the mother roof. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. I'm hell yeah. She a
I
white
feel like
woman.
if it was a white woman, that make him do it
That
more.
make it even better. She white.
Reparations.
Hell yeah, I'm taking it for my people. I'm gonna take that. Throw it back to the.
Reparations.
I really tell them I got this for the white bitch, mama. I got the white bitch taking care of us. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna really turn up as a white bitch. I'm gonna go even more because she ain't even gonna know the motherfucking charisma I'm bringing. She don't know the little sneaky little moves I got. She ain't gonna know this. Me siphoning it out to my own little camera. She ain't gonna know the moves.
She gonna be open off
Okay.
that.
Sean,
All right.
do y'all know that we are our alter egos
I forgot.
today?
I think so.
I prefer a white woman.
Right.
Dolly Parton.
Jorge.
Jorge,
My
what
ultimate
about you?
ego.
Oh yeah, I'm staying home.
Facts.
Listen, I'm staying home, but I have hobbies, and they're gonna be lucrative.
Okay.
I'm gonna use the crib and whatever it is I need to do to get money in my own pocket, because we're not just gonna sit around and
That's
wait.
not being kept.
Yeah, you
It is
can't be
being
doing
kept.
nothing, brother.
Being
you
kept
can't bring
is,
no money
nah,
in.
that's not being kept.
It is. Women do it all the time. If there's a stay-at-home mom, she may have like a little side thing that she doing,
Yeah.
even though he's funding that. She's still doing what she needs to do for herself to keep herself
But
occupied.
it's
She can't
like
just
usually
sit home and
hobbies,
be.
not like a income stream. Once it's an income stream,
Well, a
you're
hobby can
working.
become that.
But he's telling you to. The question isn't that though.
Yeah, you can't be. I would.
The
Yeah, you
question
can't
is
be
that
doing
you're-
nothing, brother. You
you're
just
not-
take care of home.
You're letting them take care of all the financial
You ain't
stuff.
getting
and
no
you're
money.
They can say
being-
that. All it says is they're growing
Would you-
professionally.
Would you stop working?
Yeah.
If you're still doing something that's
So
financial,
no,
that's
a job
working.
is a consistent income that you get weekly or like whatever salary. This is a hobby that I'm making money out of.
Let me ask you.
If I cut hair at home,
can I ask production for clarity? When you put work, when the question working or the word working, do you mean that they are no longer doing income generating activities at all, or that they're not working a job specifically?
I actually think the confusion and ambiguity in the question makes for better content.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because some people might feel a certain way too. Like someone
Yeah,
like, I'm gonna do that, but like, nigga, you ain't doing nothing.
Because if you're making money, you're still working.
Can you do it? Can you stay?
right?
Right.
That
It's not
doesn't
a set
dictate
time.
working. I don't do 40 hours now of half the time. Like I'm a business
Because a lot of,
person.
like,
You want to
when
get
it comes to
technical.
guys, when they want a woman don't do nothing, she ain't doing nothing really.
A hobby's a
That's
hobby.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Usually
yeah.
you consider a person to be kept
Yeah, you ain't
when they
doing nothing.
basically, you know, what
But,
you're doing.
When someone asks you
When your
what you do
job
for a
is that
living,
person.
when someone asks you what you do for a living, you're not gonna mention the hobby.
Yeah, but not necessarily, because being a creator and staying at home and being an influencer is now work.
Big money too.
And that could be a side thing that you just do from your living room. Hey guys, I want to tell you about how I made bread today.
Yeah.
And they can make
I done
money
came
off
home
of
from
that.
work, I
Hundreds
told
of
y'all,
thousands
do
of
shit here, got
dollars
the
could be
goddamn
made
ring
off
light
of
on.
that.
Turn this mother-
I don't know, but I respect your
I stay home, but I ain't
classification
staying
of
home
work.
not doing.
So you
See,
can't do it.
that's so
then.
so
That
you
was
can't
your-
really be
I'll stay at
kept.
home.
Lou.
But I
can't
ain't
do it.
staying at
You
home
can't do
not
it.
doing shit.
So the answer to that basically is
I'll be
basically
in that
no,
motherfucker doing
because you
nothing.
gotta do something.
You gotta do
Sean
something.
said he could do.
I'll be in there.
Not
with
that
my
I'm
drawers,
shouldn't have let
I'll
that
be in
white
there
bitch
What about
drawers
you, E?
on, doing nothing.
I'll say this. I can't. No. Not at this stage in my life. I have too many things I'm passionate about. And I think that might seem like a simple thing. I'm taking care of bills, But what I do doesn't just feed me financially, it feeds my soul. I enjoy my work as a sexologist, and that's why I'm in my industry. So I don't think that's something I want to give up. You know, maybe I could cut it back or something like that in order to help balance the households out. But in truth, no. I like what I do, and I don't want to stop right now. And I'm actually more interested at this point in adding more streams as opposed to taking anything away.
Yeah, so you couldn't
but
do
the
it.
other part of it is I'm the eldest of everybody, generationally, whatever. I'm the person who everybody turns to with everything. I cannot put all of my faith in that person holding me down, because if anything, God forbid,
It's
should
over.
happen with that person and I'm not set up a certain way, I'm not about to be fucked up and stuck. I really have to feel like I can be my own rescue. I'm not Cinderella, right? Or whatever the case, what's her name, Rapunzel or whatever, letting down
She was
her
a
hair.
princess though. She didn't.
Yeah, but the reality of it is they were sitting around waiting for. There's always this notion of somebody coming to save you.
Yeah.
I'm my own knight in shining armor, but
So you couldn't do it.
I would be willing to compromise, but I'm not willing to be just.
Yeah, you
kept
can't
at
do
this.
nothing. Yeah.
Now, if you talk to me in 20 years, I might have a different
Might want
answer.
to sit your ass
Yeah, I
down.
might just want to sit down and
Nigga
spank
definitely
bitches and
don't
choke
even
a bitch.
want your ass to sit at home. We at 68 years old,
Right.
65.
I mean, but I'm only 30. I'm only 34.
No, but still, it's still the
Right?
It's
So
still,
am I-
it's still the same. He don't
See,
want
see,
your
see.
50-year-old ass sitting at home. He don't want it. He ain't been already had you. He ain't coming for you.
Well, what I'm
Yeah,
saying is,
Like,
I do think I'm fully capable, though, of still supporting.
You ain't going out today. You ain't going tomorrow.
The reality
You gotta
of
go
it,
to Target. You don't want something to Target.
that's not what he's talking about, though, because the question
No,
starts
I'm
with
saying
the
what Ross said,
conversation.
because that's what we go. You don't want to go Target. Right. I gotta here, take the American Express. Go ahead.
Right, go to
Well,
Target.
9
I don't
o'clock
know.
tonight.
I don't know, because we asked about celebrity crushes and you pulled the Angela out. I don't think I'm gonna be that kind of bitch at 50. Is all I'm saying. You know
Angela
what I
Bassett.
mean? You gotta look at
No,
right
not
now.
you. The man, he ain't gonna want you in the crib. He ain't gonna want you in the crib.
Where he gonna want me to be?
Somewhere else.
Most people are starting.
First of
to
all,
retire towards
let's
that
start
part
with
of
the
life
fact that
anyway.
this man doesn't exist. Okay, we about to have a whole argument about some random ass.
No,
man.
because
This is a question for the show.
Yes,
Like,
no,
she
but-
like, where's my? Where you at? Where you going?
No,
Listen,
because
James.
he's saying, y'all
Motherfucker,
say he
you
don't
don't
want
want
you
me
home, but I'm curious now, where the is a man who's a CEO want his 50-year-old wife to be?
If
Now
he's
he-
already been with you,
For
that's
20
something
years?
different. But he's not picking up a 55-year-old
No,
woman
but
and
that's
saying
not what
stay
they're
at home.
saying.
Because
This
what
is
you
your
said that
spouse.
20-year
Let's move on.
thing.
Let's
You
move
said
on.
speak
Let's
to you in
move on.
20
Let's
What
years.
I'm saying is, no, here, let me clarify my statement.
Okay.
If I'm already married to this man, right?
Yeah.
So I'm saying maybe right now I'm not willing to just be kept, but if
He ain't marrying you unless he gonna keep you from the
he
rip.
didn't say he's already my spouse.
You gotta be a kept spouse from the beginning.
Moving
No.
along.
Y'all missed it. That's not what the question said, but we can
That's
move
how
it
we
on.
taking it.
Yeah, because that's so Lewis can have different interpretations, but I can't. That's
No,
what
Let's
I'm
just
saying.
turn it into we going over about some imaginary shit.
Okay, what's the next one? Question of the week.
My wife and I have been together for 11 years. We met in college and we were both obese. I had a few health complications, so I had to take losing weight seriously. For the past 18 months, I have grown to love exercise and I am proud of my fitness journey. My wife, unfortunately, remains overweight, like needs a seatbelt extender on a plane overweight. I have offered to work out with her and got her some personal training sessions for Christmas. She will go a few times and quickly loses motivation. She also gets a little jealous from the attention I get from coworkers and old friends. I finally feel like I have reached my final form. Am I wrong for wanting a queen who matches my fitness level? How can I get my wife with the program? I'm gonna answer that first.
Because I definitely got.
Yeah, that's real.
See, what I don't know what happened, so we're not gonna add to this, but the way you motivate your partner is by not only being their motivation, like demonstrating like, hey, we can do this, but you have to be adamant about them joining you. Mm-hmm. That's super important. You can't just say, okay, you don't want to go today? Okay, we're not going to go. You don't want to do this today? Okay, we're not going to do it. Because as you start to develop yourself, you're going to start to leave that person behind, and then they feel like they can't ever catch up. And that's a problem in itself. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if that's how it went. I don't know if you you were just so focused on yourself that you were like, okay, babe, you good, you stay. But, the inevitable happened and you became a better version of yourself physically, and now you left your partner behind. I think you should just push her a little more. Now make your journey her journey and just motivate her. Just push her. That's all you got. Push her.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's real. For what I see, I seen this happen before, right? One of my friends, him and his wife, they both got out of shape together. It was the opposite. They didn't come into it out of shape, but they
ended up.
Yeah, but then they worked out together, and she don't like working out. She hate the shit. But he made sure he got her ass up and came with them every time they went to go work out. They going on walks. They doing everything together. But he was borderline forcing her. Because I love you, right? I want you to be good. I want to be good. So you got to force her. This is your wife. This ain't a friend. This ain't a buddy. This ain't a kid. No, you are me and I am you. You're a reflection of me. I'm getting better. You must get better with me or it's not going to work. Especially now he in the gym. He getting flirting. He going to work. You getting jealous. Come on, you got to come with me. So before it get to that point, you have to take her with you. I mean, it has to be do or die. It has to be now or never. You can't let that just keep growing to where it's at now. So he should have nipped it in the butt early, but you're here now. You have to make sure she goes with you from now on. Yeah. Has to, or it's not going to work. It's impossible. And
he said, am I wrong for wanting a queen who matches my fitness level?
Right.
So to answer that, y'all both confirm he's absolutely not wrong,
right.
But also offer him a solution,
right?
To get with the program.
And getting with.
And that's forcing her to come. Like, no matter, drag her, get her up. Come on, like, nah, you ain't know this. Oh, I'm tired. No, come on, like, get up. Put your put your shoes on. Put the mother socks. Mm-hmm. Come on, here your shake already made. Let's go. I'm tired. Come on, the car already running.
Right.
But that's your wife. This ain't your girlfriend. This ain't nobody.
Right.
This is us. Do or die. This ain't gonna work, baby.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This is not gonna work this way.
I agree that it won't work when you say that, because I think there's another layer that I would add to what you guys have said, but the layer that I agree with you and that it don't work is because once you start changing your lifestyle and the person around you is still maintaining certain habits, it's a distraction and it's a constant thing for you, right? And you see that all the time. It's like, I know for a fact when I say I'm about to diet, but I still buy my kids the certain things that they keep in the house, it's there, right? And in the beginning phase, until it's habit, until it's routine, I'm still trying to break an old habit, and I haven't cold turkey eliminated these temptations from around me. So that's the one thing. But I do think the most important piece here is when it comes to motivation is from within. I can inspire you. I cannot motivate you. Motivation is something you have to want, but I think a lot of people don't always motivate people from what their motivational factors are.
Right.
Like, my reasons for why I must succeed may not be your reasons for why. So I think first there's a conversation you should have to understand what is not motivating her. What is the thing that's keeping her from it? Help her understand because there's an emotional and psychological component to weight. That's why when you go for weight loss surgery, they make you see a psychologist before you can even have the procedure, because they need to make sure your mind is in a certain space before you go forth with something like that. Right. So bottom line, I agree. If you asking this question is an indication to me that you you already know you don't want a queen who don't match your fitness level. And I don't
Already.
think you're wrong for that, because
Right.
I think no different than any other thing in life. You want a partner who you feel like there's some alignment with. Right. And this is one of those areas where
Hell
it's
yeah,
like you
this is
can't even
serious.
enjoy certain things with each other because you know what I'm saying? But I do think, talk to her to understand, yo, listen, I did this, like you said, I done bought you a membership, I done paid for sessions, I done invited you to come with me. Nothing
Yeah.
seems to be moving the needle. You
Yeah.
have a problem with the benefits I'm receiving from my life,
Right.
improving from my weight loss, but it still is not enough to motivate you to want this change for you.
And you coming
What
in,
is
you
the
getting
core?
negative, you're going to pull
Yeah.
it further apart because I'm getting this attention. That's making you feel some type of way.
Right.
That's pulling us
I'm
farther
supposed to
apart.
feel guilty for making a better self out of me, and that's not right.
Right.
So to have her and then let her know that it's not negotiable. Like it's,
Right.
I want to understand because I want to motivate you from the place that matters to you, but at the same time, I need you to understand that if this isn't something that changes, this could be a make or break for us.
Has to have
Because
that
I can't have
conversation.
you interrupting my life. He said he had a health thing too,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
it's hell, yeah.
Yeah, this is life or death for him.
For
This
sure.
do or die for him.
Yeah,
So
you about to kill
yeah,
me,
but
baby.
definitely talk. You gotta reach a woman and understand what in the hell is it that won't let you stop with
Yeah.
the donuts. Okay.
Yeah, I know the
With the
motherfuckers good, but
donuts.
hey,
Just what is it
I'm
that
better
won't
than donuts,
stop
baby.
running
You gonna
on
lose me,
Dunkin'?
man.
You're gonna lose me,
Lose the
man.
gut or lose the milk? Which one?
Right.
Yeah. No, but I think when I got my weight loss surgery, I went to the doctor and I was, you know what they call it? It's pre-diabetic. Like you at that line where it's like, bitch, if you don't get it together, you about to step into diabetes. And that was like one of
Yeah,
those
it's
things
scary.
that it was like, I'm trying. I even injured myself in the gym after they told me that shit.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, well, I can't go that route. I'm going to find a way to get my together so that I'm not risking my days on earth. So ask yourself that, you know, because you ever watch your 600-pound?
Yeah, it's big, and it's bigger than just how you look. It's really your health. It's really your life. Like health is literally wealth. I don't care how much money you got. If it really get bad, it's over. The
Yeah.
best doctors in the world won't be able to save you.
Won't be able to do a damn
so,
thing.
it's more serious than just the jealousy and all that. This is your life. You wanna put
And
it
as
down.
much as it might be hard, even though you could apply all the efforts that you want, it's almost like somebody that's addicted to drugs.
Yes.
You could say, I love you, I want you to live, I want you to be here, and you could beg them to go to rehab, and they could just fail at that and end up right back where they were at.
Right.
The person has to want it
They have to want
themselves.
Yeah.
And if they're not able to get on the same page with you, with whatever that is, then it might not be that this is the person for you.
Right.
And that's the worst ending, to a marriage of a person that really loves you and wants you to be on the same page. But sometimes it doesn't go the fairy tale way.
And maybe I should
So
get
you
therapy.
have to do what's
Yeah, whatever gonna help.
Get
Yeah.
therapy. Sit down. You got to figure out what the fuck it is.
What's best
like,
for
what
you.
is, because you just said it, Rod. You can lead a horse to the water. You can put her shoes on. You could.
But
take
I'm
her
gonna
to
tell
the
him
gym.
from one husband to another, brother. Listen, you asked this question because you care about our opinion and you want to understand what route you think you should take. From one husband to another, you took that vow, bro. You said, for better or worse, sickness and health.
That's
You remember before you put that ring on,
Yep.
circle of life, all that. So you have an obligation to your wife before you try to go another route to try your absolute best.
By any
Such a
means
good
Put your
man.
foot
Yes,
forward.
exhaust your
and
logic,
such
say,
a
baby.
good man, Jorge.
I'm
Louis for
gonna
president.
That's
I'm sorry,
100%
Jorge for
different.
president.
You such a good man, Jorge.
100% facts though.
Jorge.
I'm with that.
That's hilarious, but that was really great advice.
We have to.
No, seriously,
have
that's
to.
really great advice.
We
That's
give
why I
up
just
on each
see
other
her.
way too quickly sometimes
True.
when you think about it.
And you never know, because some of
As
that
soon as
stuff
they leave, that's when
said
she
they
gonna
came
start
into
going
it,
to the gym.
They came into it with the issue.
Together, yep.
Sometimes you be in a house. You ever seen them on the Maury shows back in the day?
Hell
When they
yeah.
used to have the mothers feeding
And Fatal Attraction too. There's a lot of them
sausages
shit.
to their
Facts.
3-year-olds in the
Yeah.
tub and shit.
It's a lot.
Yeah, sometimes you've been that way your
Food
whole
is the
life.
number one drug in the world, so it's not an easy thing.
It's a different type of addiction.
Yeah, so it's
That's
different. You
real.
gotta understand.
Oh, when it comes to getting it off.
Who
your
got something on their chest and want to get off?
Bro, you ain't got nothing on your chest? You've been a little bit too peaceful these last couple episodes with this.
We need the angry vibe.
I'm just being honest. I feel like we all went off on somebody.
I know what I would say. I'll use something that's current, I guess. I don't like when something that bothers me that happens within business relationships, no matter what, right? No matter what you do for a living, is when people come together initially and they have these amazing ideas and energies that they're going to execute a strategy together. and then everyone says, this is what my role is going to be, this is what I'm going to do to provide this service, and then something else comes that they probably feel is better, and then they lose what their initial commitment is.
The initial energy that they have
Right.
going
So
into it.
I'm just gonna say that to say, like, I think it always go back to integrity and being a person of your word. But it's like, oh yes, we're gonna do this together. Let's do that. Let's make this happen. You give me this and I'm gonna provide this. And then it's just like, excuse me, what happened? Like,
Right.
it's like, it kind
Son
of
of a
gets, it gets frustrating and makes you lose trust in people. And you kind of get like, a little annoying. Like, that's something that's a little annoying to me. I'm not sure if I'm being really clear.
No, I know what you mean.
No,
Very
we
clear.
understand
Happens
exactly
all
what
the
you
time.
mean.
Very clear.
Yeah,
Especially
You
like recently.
understand?
Happened a lot now. Motherfuckers getting real different with that shit nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, motherfucker, you said you was going, you can't. Damn, you ain't hold your end of the bargain, motherfucker.
Yeah, I hate people who just don't keep their word.
Yeah,
'cause
it's
it
simple.
means so much.
Don't
Or
renege.
It means
overcommit.
so
or
much.
over
Or don't
promise. That's the
overcommit.
word. That over
If you
promise.
can't
Be
deliver
real about
it,
what it
then
is.
just say you
Especially
can't
you go out your way
deliver
and have
it.
conversation like,
Say,
hey,
this
now,
is what I
we
can
doing
do,
now,
and this
right?
is what I would like to do. If all goes well, this is what I would like to do.
I'm about to go all in with it now.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm with it. Now let me talk to you one more time before so we gonna do this
real.
together, right? Yeah. Cool, let's start. Okay, all right. Then you
Right.
start then where you at?
That's why people have to
Right.
do contracts and so much.
I don't even be
because
caring about contracts.
Because
because
They
they
be
know
like,
that most of the time people ain't gonna pursue
yeah,
it.
like
Right.
people
Yeah.
just be like, child,
I gotta start suing
you just let the whole thing you just move on. But
Right.
Yeah.
yeah, so
I've
there you
been
go,
there.
you guys.
I've been
That was
there.
my first get it off my chest.
Yeah, in a while.
That was
In
a
a
good
while,
one.
yeah.
That's real though.
Yeah,
I'm going through
but
one of the situations
listen,
right
I
now.
will say this.
Kill a motherfucker.
We get it off our chest, but
I'll kill you,
I'm
bro.
happy that you haven't had much to get off your chest. 'cause
That's
that
a
means
blessing.
that yes, that's
Yeah.
a good thing.
Thank
And
you.
honestly, some of these get off your chest has been a little positive and shit too. It's kind of like, I just want you to not give up on yourself. I'm tired of you niggas giving up on yourself.
For real
So,
though.
that's dope.
Absolutely.
That's the most
All
important
right,
thing in
well,
life.
I think that's a good point to kind of conclude because we got other business to get to. So I
Yes,
hope
we
you
do.
enjoyed this week's episode of
On the contrary, in your mind.
From Jorge.